Ken, can you describe to me a little what happened the day of the fires?
Well, Christian, on May of 2014, there were roughly 19 wildfires, and they were all caused by Santa Ana winds and heat waves. And about 600 acres were burned by the fires, or in the Poinsettia fire.
Cameron, is it known how these fires were started?
Not precisely, but there were a great deal of drought conditions that were leading up to the time of the incident, plus the fact that what most people are agreeing upon at this point in time is that embers blew in from the related Rancho Bernardo fire, which started an ignition point in the dry areas and the dry brushes specifically around the Poinsettia area, which quickly led to that fire happening.
Daniel, who and what were affected by these fires?
Well, Christian, many animals were displaced from their natural habitat and killed by the fire. Those that survived rarely found an intact habitat to return to. Many humans were also affected by these fires. 4 houses burned down, 18 apartment complexes, as well as a homeless camp, which resulted in the death of 1 homeless man.
Jesus, tell me the 3 types of fires.
Well, Christian, the 3 types of fires are ground, brush, and crown. Ground fires are slow-moving fires that burn stuff on the ground like leaf litter. Brush fires are fires that burn small grasses and small bushes. Crown fires are fires that come from brush fire and burn all the way to the top of the trees. Our fire in this May went from brush to crown fires because of the high winds.
Ken, are fires good or bad for the environment?
Well, Christian, fires can be both beneficial and harmful to the environment. One reason they are beneficial is because they burn away underbrush that prevents new growth, as well as provides nutrients to the soil cycle. This fire was harmful to the environment because it destroyed houses and the habitat of many animals.
Cameron, what can we learn from this going forward?
Well, what we really need to learn from this entire incident is just how much of an impact mankind can have on nature. Whether these fires were, if suspicions are correct, caused by arson, then we can clearly see how one man or just even a couple of individuals' actions can clearly change an entire local ecosystem. But even if it was caused naturally, most naturalists are also agreeing at this point that most of the conditions that led to this fire, the dry conditions, the lack of water, etc., are the beginnings of what we're going to see because of global warming. And ultimately, because this is a man-created issue, we have to be prepared for these incidents to continue in the future and also be aware that ultimately we're seeing the consequences happen now. Therefore, now it is necessary more than ever that we start taking those steps to slow environmental warming throughout the world so that we can have less of these occurrences.